This episode contains depictions of PTSD-triggered flashbacks and references to child death. Listener discretion is advised.
A podcast by the Intergalactic Improv Initiative.
A Citadel Carol, Episode 2, Where the Eezo Gleams, featuring the voices of Amanda Cotter, Tiff Compton, Hans Cummings, Maria Damianou, Shay Grové, Chase Hutchison, J.D. Kelly, Hunter LaPaglia, Lea Lawson, Leah Ryan, Dan Spitaliere, and creator Kaya Renwick. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about? I should roll.
December 24th, 2188. Terran Universal Coordinated Calendar. The Citadel, Widow System, Serpent Nebula. Zakara Ward, Upper Market District. Tamaru's Emporium.
Welcome back to Tamaru's Emporium. I hope you had a lovely break. While you were away, I regret to inform you that no one has found their way out of their festive predicaments. Let me run down the list real quick for you, get you back up to speed. The holidays can really mess with your head, really confuse you as to which day is which and how much cheese you've eaten. So, to recap, Zon the Hanar innocently/judgmentally inquired regarding the suitability of a Beth the Geth doll for Este'Nowell, a young Quarian child. Ezra'Nowell, being the only one allowed to give his sister any shit, punched Zon and took the luge track down to the candy and confectionery floor, with Este in hot pursuit. There, they encountered the Drell Sechasmenos Mavros, who is stuck in the store for reasons as yet unknown, and another Quarian, June Nar Loron, who is suspicious about the kids' parents' motivations because, as they all discovered, thanks to Este trying to make friends with a little Turian kid, there is still plenty of prejudice against Quarians going around. Nevertheless, the adults have decided to help Este and Ezra find their dads. One floor up, the eternally bemused Zon has made friends with Qress'a, a Ralloy who came to the Citadel to learn about all the new species her avian race has just been introduced to, and who has perhaps bitten off more than she expected. They encountered a Beth the Geth doll that is definitely operating beyond its programmed parameters, who wishes to be reunited with, you guessed it, Este. The unlikely trio of jellyfish, bird, and robot Barbie are now deciding to go find the kids. A couple more floors up, 3 long-suffering Tamaru's employees are doing their best to lift the lockdown that went into effect at about the same time as Ezra punched Zon. Maven, the teenage Asari cashier who is going through a phase, and avoiding her ex, who's on the Krampus Scrooge squad. Elfest, the Vorcha committed to ensuring you have a jolly holiday or else. And Valen, the Turian who got hired to be Santana, today of all days, have I mentioned it's Christmas Eve? Are working their way up to level 50, where Tamaru has apparently locked herself in her office in response to an unknown threat. Meanwhile, the new administrative assistant, an owl named Teer, has downloaded her digital consciousness into the store's mainframe in an attempt to help, and now she is very stuck. Still determined to do her best, she has been appearing in a multitude of avatars to nudge our intrepid heroes in the right direction. I think that about covers it. With me? Great. Then let's check in where we left off with Este and Ezra.
Mr. Mavros?
Mentos.
Mr. Mentos, do you know where our dads are? Do you know?
No, I do not. I've never seen your dads before. Where were you last with them?
We were by Beth.
Tamaru's has many specials on this Christmas Eve. Buy one, get one for the same price. Like Beth the Geth on level 28.
Right. That's upstairs, right? Okay, let's go. And he's going to start walking, and he has no idea where the fuck he's going.
Roll me a luck check, then.
I got a 15.
Okay, you head in the right direction for the elevators. Congratulations.
Let's go.
When you get there, there is a large group of very frustrated people because the alarms are still going and the elevators aren't working.
Does anybody know what's going on here?
As you say this, you see. Actually, I'm going to say Este. You probably noticed it first because you're the closest to the ground. There is a Perry the Pyjack shaped hologram in front of Sechasmenos, trying to pull his the sleeve of the hem of his coat.
Perry the Pyjack?
Yes, but it's I say Perry the Pyjack shaped because its coloring is like this weird mash of kaleidoscopic patterns that doesn't really look like anything in particular. The shape is right, but the pattern on it is mind-bending.
Mr. Mentos? Mr. Mentos, there's a, Perry, there's a Perry the Pyjack, and it needs you.
Huh? Oh.
Down here!
Oh, what?
The avatar of your nightmares.
Oh,
it
no.
is the same pattern that has been haunting you for weeks.
Came to the store on Dim Friday. Tamaru had a great deal on a combination crockpot and immersion blender. 10 variable speeds. 6 heat settings. Separate compartment for slow cooking. Never made it to kitchen inventory. Distracted by something. Poster. Was supposed to see Starship if I relaxed my eyes. Stood there for 30 minutes without visual. Fall back on training. Wait for target. Concentrate. Child came by and confirmed visual within 25 seconds for frigate. Corrected child that intended image was Starship. Child corrected me that a frigate is a starship. Humiliated. I stayed in my post for another 4 hours. Still no visual of target. Became hungry. Required sandwich and soda. Took me approximately 3 weeks to find food court. Retrieved food after 38 minutes online. Saw frigate child. Became embarrassed. Changed clothes to blend in with surroundings and gain access to employee zones. Took shower. Left employee zone. Encountered frigate child again. Retreated to shower. Overheard plan to make poster scavenger hunt. This is how I will reclaim my honor. Complete hunt. Win prize. Embarrass frigate child. Find exit.
The Pyjack jumps up and down and tries to and waves and makes more noises and is trying to get you to go in the opposite direction of where you're going.
All right, this way. That kid better not be there.
Yay!
You guys follow Perry the Pyjack, Perry the Magic Eye Pyjack, through the trees, and Perry leads you to the back of the floor, to the side of the service elevator, where there is a maintenance shaft that you can climb.
I think it wants us to climb this. Does it just become Die Hard?
Well,
It's the magic of Christmas.
June pulls back her cloak, and she is just laden with, those workman belts filled with, a lot of glitter and, tinsel and all that kind of stuff, but also every tool you could possibly imagine, because she is also a Quarian and she knows how to fix shit and to MacGyver shit. So she pulls out a big old rope with a grappling, one of those little, like a Swiss Army knife, but it's got a grappling hook in it. Pulls that out.
I'm gonna say that you have made this rope out of Christmas garlands.
I sure have.
And that Swiss Army knife has been repurposed from all of the bits and pieces in the home improvement floor because ancestors, damn it, you gotta have tools to make cool, crafty stuff.
I do.
And yeah, so you have kludged this together. So you have this sparkly grappling hook and rope.
Just point of reference, seeing June get out this like handmade tools and stuff like that, Ezra now thinks she's so much fucking cooler than before. He's just like, oh hell yeah, I like the vibe.
I'm starting to feel like Mary Poppins.
And Este's like,
Yeah.
everything you have is pretty.
Well, thank you. I did try.
Okay, you guys climbing up the maintenance shaft?
Yes, sirree.
What's climbing order?
I was gonna say Ezra thinks this is cool, so I think he would absolutely be jumping up first.
Okay. So Ezra first. Who's next?
I'm gonna look to Este and say, like, want to ride?
Yeah. Thank you. I do.
Same way with her brother, just like pick up by the scruff of neck and put on my back.
Wee.
I'll go after Ezra.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly, happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose he bought right here at Tamaru's floors 42 and 43.
Okay, Beth. I think I know where we need to go. How about you hop on Zon's back, shoulders, and we go find your commander.
This one will gladly carry you. Wait, do not forget your box prison. I'm gonna grab that with the tentacle as well.
Oh my god. You guys follow through the crowd and you find the luge track down to the next level. Are you floating down? Are you flying down? Are you sliding down?
Oh no, Qress'a is sliding down 100% because this is an experience that she wants to experience. It's the coolest thing she's seen since she's been in the Citadel. So she sits down and she looks back at Zon and Beth and she says, "Here goes nothing," and slides right down the luge.
Little Geth doll, would you like to go down alone, or would you like to go down with Zon?
We are considering. This is potentially perilous. These facilities are inadequate.
Zon will protect you, like the great Xenomondan. Here, let's go. And just jumps, floats. I don't know how Hanar down a luge works. just it's like a little escalator.
I think you just float down. Like you don't touch, there's no ice involved.
All right, so as I'm doing, as this one is flying over, this one will hold Geth down towards the luge track and make like and like follow the path, like kids do with toy cars.
Oh my god! Wow. Beth, how are you reacting to this?
Beth is having itchy trigger finger and continues to shoot their Geth Plasma SMG.
Pew 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 pew.
While being thrashed about.
This is not a part of our primary directive. We need to update our operating system to handle such excrement.
Oh, you want to play the pew-pews again while you're going down the luge? Pew, 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 pew. And I'm like dodging her out of the way of my fake pews.
Like full-on marionette.
Yeah, I'm playing action figure with
I was just about to say this gives a whole new meaning to the sentence playing with toys.
And then I guess we get to the bottom eventually.
Qress'a, you slide out into a pile of snow, and there are evergreen trees everywhere. And Zon, you float out into it. This is the candy and confectionery level. The smells in here are incredible. The center of it, around the elevators, is a whole bunch of food vendors and stalls. There's a skating path that goes all the way through this forest, which is, of course, interspersed with displays of toys that you can buy and more candy and stuff. And there's a big skating rink in the center as well, or off to one side of the elevators in the center part of it, where you can skate and you can get hot chocolate and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, that is where you have ended up, in the corner of this huge floor of candy and confectionery, this Christmas market floor.
So, because she's kind of realized that she is a novelty, Qress'a has decided to take advantage of that. And she's going to fly about 10 feet off of the ground. And she's going to say, or shout rather,
Does anyone here know of someone named Este?
Correction, Este, Commander.
Excuse me, correction, Este. Commander? Este, Commander?
It is a factual statement. Este, Commander.
Are you saying this from your spot at the corner, or are you flying closer to where all the people are in the center, like at the market?
So basically, yeah, she's going to get as close to the center of the room as possible so that her voice can carry.
Okay. So you're hovering over the trees and flapping here with Zon lit up like a Christmas tree, I assume, with Beth the Geth still in their tentacles. And you immediately get the attention of everybody there, and you get some of the children are going, "Look, Mommy, a Christmas angel!" And you see a few people being like, "That's the most biblically accurate angel I've ever seen."
Accuracy.
I need a perception check first.
Well, we got the first bad roll of the day, boyos. That is a 7.
Okay. You do not notice anyone in the crowd immediately reacting to your statement. People are more like, "Oh, wow." I mean, there are hundreds of people here. But as you're trying to work out what to do next, an elf apparition appears midair in front of you.
Holly the elf, who's your favorite sibling? Este or Ezra?
And then the elf points to the back of the floor, which is actually close to where you came from, to the service elevators, where you see, disappearing into a maintenance shaft, 2 Quarian kids, a Drell, and another adult Quarian.
Oh, over there! I think the apparition is trying to tell us something. Oh, see the maintenance shaft there?
And she's going to point with all 4 fingers, or all 4 hands.
Do I recognize that this is the kid that punched me?
I don't know, roll for it, man.
Come on.
Should have just recognized. Hey, natural 20! Oh, I peeked. Natural 20, baby!
Fuck yeah.
Seeing as the young Quarian girl in question is wearing a glittery pink Enviro suit with pigtails.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yes. Hard to forget. You recognize just as they disappear into the maintenance shaft and the hatch closes. You guys are a fair ways away. Like, the service elevators are in the middle.
It's going up, though?
They are going back up, yes.
We can fly.
Yes, we can.
Look, it is your Este commander. Do you want to rejoin your commander?
Affirmative. However, we must recognize that we all know Este Commander is supreme.
Ezra Lieutenant punched this one in the blob. This one does not like Ezra Lieutenant.
Are you assessing friend or foe?
Oh, shit.
You are the reason we disengaged with Este Commander. We are alone because of you. Why?
This one feels responsible for separating you from your commander. This one will rectify the situation immediately. Come, and this one will fly up to the top of the stairs, just still carrying Beth.
Oh, looks like that's all going well. I'm sure they'll all end up in the same place soon. If this were a visual medium, we'd just play the Scooby-Doo style montage in here with everyone popping out of different doors in the same corridor, and then they'd run into each other, and Christmas crackers would go off, and shower everyone with confetti, cheap paper crowns, and ridiculous jokes. However, this is a podcast, so you'll just have to imagine that happening in the background while we check in on Valen, Elfest, and Maven.
I duck my head down.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing happens.
I'll give it a moment, and then if nothing else happens, I'll carry on going up there.
Warned by the rubber duck, or perhaps announced that the rubber duck was there, you exit onto the top of the elevator car, and you see stretching above you the remaining 21 floors of elevator shaft and a ladder going up the side of the shaft.
Oh, there is a ladder. Ah, great. Okay,
Yes.
so I could just climb up the ladder of the shaft.
This is not an evil villain's lair. It is a shopping center.
I don't know if you know, it's a future shopping center. I don't know if they still use ladders or.
No, you can absolutely climb up the ladder. It's just a really long climb.
I shout down through the access hatch to both of you and say, "It seems okay. There are ladders up here. It's going to be a hell of a climb, but it's more reliable than the elevator. Is there a button or mode to make sure the elevator stays here? Can we put the emergency mode on so it's not going to go up and down floors whilst we're trying to climb the shaft?"
Well, either you can go down and look, or Maven or Elfest can look.
I'm suggesting
that would, I assume,
that they have a look.
be an investigation check for whoever wants to take a look.
I'm looking.
Okay.
Let's see if
It's a 3.
investigate. Oh, this will be great.
I don't see anything.
Oh, an 8. 8.
You don't see anything. Okay, neither of you sees anything. But as you're poking it,
Oh no. Oh no.
another hologram appears out of the console. And Maven, Elfest, how much extranet news do you watch?
I can't imagine Elfest ever watches the news.
Okay. Maven?
I don't watch the news, but I'm on TikTok.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. In that case, Valen.
Space talk.
Space talk. Extra talk. Valen, what is your relationship with the news / any sort of war adjacent anything? Familiar, not familiar?
Oh, Valen follows current events as much as the next guy. It's normally whilst he's changing diapers on his kids and stuff like that, doing general dad duties.
Okay.
He'll just put it on the background, and so he takes some of it in, but not all of it. So 50-50. If you want me to roll luck rolls for what it was, and what I'm listening to.
That's fine. Okay, Maven, you recognize this person. Valen, you recognize the voice. Elfest, it is up to you. The avatar is of a slightly glitchy VI human woman, short hair, with N7 armor. Says,
"Not duck, but duck if you're being shot at. You are on a mission, soldiers. You have to save the princess. She's in another castle. What do I care? I'm Commander Shepard, and this is not my favorite store on the Citadel. Now climb, bitches."
Elfest was a soldier, so upon hearing a actual authority figure from the military, he'll, snap to, salute, yes, ma'am, and start climbing up as fast as he can.
Yeah, I guess Valen also takes orders and goes, okay, and starts climbing as well.
Maven, what are you doing?
First of all, Maven does not like authority and just rolls her eyes at the Commander Shepard which is a crazy sentence to say out loud. But being stuck in between Nadira, my ex, potentially walking up at any minute, and looming fear of heights, it's heights for me. So I'm gonna, after a moment of dread, head up after them.
Okay, I would like athletics rolls from all three of you, please.
Oh, God.
I am shocked. It is my only good roll so far this session. I rolled a 19.
Woo!
17.
I feel like I haven't rolled well all session, and it's another 2 plus nothing.
Okay.
2 plus nothing is 2.
Okay, you all make it up to level 50. Valen, you're in great shape. This is fine. You haul kids around all day. This is you got upper body strength for days. Elfest, you are in excellent shape. You do your reindeer push-ups. I don't know, whatever. Maven, by the time you hit level 50, you are dying. You are so fuck this shit. You are if Tamaru doesn't fire you for this first, you are quitting. This is dumb.
I'm like pulling myself up one arm at a time, like over the lip of the final floor, and I'm like like heavy breathing, just like, somebody grab my hand, please. I can't. I'm gonna fall, guys. Like,
if I can reach back and help Maven up for the last few rungs.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you help Maven up as you guys pull yourselves up out of the shaft into the floor of level 50. So level 50 is offices and the staff spa. You guys have come out in the side of the staff spa. You've come out in the sauna. Because that's a very smart place to have an emergency entrance.
Nice.
But hey, whatever. You guys come out into the sauna, which means that you see nothing of what is going on the outside. What are you doing?
Reminds me of Heshtalk. Less radiation.
I'm personally laying down, just catching my breath and having half of an asthma attack.
Maven, do you want to piggyback?
Yes.
I give Maven a piggyback so we can get going, but Maven can have a little rest.
I wrap my kind of short, stubby legs around you.
Okay, so the Asari piggybacking on the Turian and the Santa Turian and the Jolliest Vorcha, whoever did done Vorcha, you guys exit the sauna and I would like all of you to roll me perception, please.
9.
That'll be a 17 from me.
Okay, and that was a 9 from Elfest.
18.
18, okay. So Elfest, I think you are distracted by, I don't know, something or other.
Piggyback Asari.
Yeah, you know what? There's a cute Asari in front of you. I think you're bringing up the rear. And meanwhile, Valen and Maven, you guys are coming out. So the sauna leads into like a yoga mat sort of room. It's it's for chilling out and stuff. And outside, so it's very open concept. There's mud baths, there's massage tables, there's the whole 9 yards. It's very, very quiet, and you immediately see that everybody who was up here is huddled up in fear behind all of the massage tables, which they have turned into like a faux barricade. And outside the spa, which of course is all like glass walls on the to say, ooh, look at our pretty spa. You see on the other side all the offices. Tamaru's office is front and center. She has an open door policy. Anybody can come up and talk to her at any time. She's very friendly that way. And so through the door, you can see one human woman in a hard suit brandishing a gun toward the locked door of Tamaru's office. And she is yelling something, but you can't hear because those glass walls are very, very thick because you have to have a relaxing spa time, obviously.
Never mind. Scratch that. let's go back down to the kids. I'm sure everything will be fine here.
Are you just flying back up the luge shaft?
Yep, sounds good to me.
Qress'a, I think you it's a little bit of a tight fit, because like it's a staircase that has been turned into a luge track, and it's not like an apartment staircase, but it's like it does require a little bit of maneuvering to get back up. I think it's fine though. Although I would like all three of you, I would like an acrobatics check, please, as you're headed up this luge track.
Oh, we're back, baby. 21.
With advantage?
No.
With plus 20?
No.
All right, then that's going to be
Okay.
a 3.
And how's Beth doing?
12.
Okay. Qress'a and Beth, you guys get out just fine. Zon, you misjudge your exit and you run straight into a whole bunch of Christmas lights.
Oh man, there's so many tentacles to be entangled.
Is Beth still on Zon?
I think Beth is being held by Zon.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a tentacle. So I think you are now being dangled outside of a tangle of Hanar and Christmas lights.
Oh no, we are tangled. Hold on.
As Zon is flailing, a minimally clothed Asari appears to Beth in small, Barbie doll sized, minimally clothed Asari.
Do we know you? You look familiar.
And in full on this very striptease style.
An interesting reaction. What does it mean? Are you, perchance, sentient living machine?
We are, but again, where is your hat? You need a festive hat.
A little holographic Santa hat manifests on top of the minimally clothed Asari's hat. It's probably the largest piece of fabric on this Asari. And if y'all want to roll insight to see if you recognize this Asari, you can.
Yeah, I only got an 8.
With a 3.
I don't think... Yeah, neither of you watch Asari exploitation porn movies, funnily enough.
12.
Beth, you happen to have in your databases that this is the star of Vienia.
Query, where do we procure that outfit?
Floor 39.
Recorded. Is it on the way? We require more accessories. Why are you manifested here?
No, I do not control my manifestations.
Are you in trouble? Do you require assistance?
Did you say you need your box? In just a moment, I will be out of these tangles lights.
Qress'a, are you helping Zon get untangled? Or are you just watching and laughing? Either option is perfectly fun and hilarious.
Rude.
Oh, yeah, then, I mean, she would be just hovering there, flying, hummingbird. And she.
Oh, so you're just watching?
Yeah, well, no, she would be hovering there and, trying to get him out of the Christmas lights.
Trying to help? Okay, I would like a dexterity check then.
That is a 9.
Okay, you spend several minutes trying to figure out how the fuck to untangle this thing, as Qress'a is desperately trying to untangle Zon. Beth, you are confronted with the final apparition, which is a terrifying alien with a long pointed skull and a big long serpentine tail and way too many teeth, which says,
Ooh, it's me. I've projected as me. Hello, friend. I possessed the intercom, and Tamaru's mainframe is just a tinsel-laden mess. I think they used many architects to be inclusive, and to save a little money. Anyway, I am stuck. I want to escape like you.
And the apparition disappears. Just as, Qress'a, you say, fuck this shit, and you use your claws to just slice through the fucking Christmas lights.
I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going to hurt you. I don't think I can hurt you. This will be quick.
And then she's gonna claw.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. And if I don't get one, I bring out the avalanche.
You guys start climbing up the maintenance shaft. It is a standard maintenance shaft. It's nothing special. It's to get between one place and the other. There's like electrical panels and stuff in there. Nothing special. You guys pop open the hatch on the next level into the so the Magic Eye posters are one thing, but this level is all arcade, all VR. There's flashing lights. It is, well, you better hope you're not photosensitive, because it is absolutely bonkers up here. There's arcade noises and pinball machine noises, and so you can't hear the alarms at all on this level, and the flashing lights are just part of the backdrop. And there are the games are still working. So, like, honestly, apart from the people who have tried to move, it doesn't really look like anybody on this floor is freaking out, because everything's still running. They just can't buy things or leave the floor.
I want to say kudos for not making us roll for the climb. You don't want, 2 kids plummeting to their death in the holiday special.
I was looking forward to it.
I would like those who are actually doing the climbings to roll me an athletics check to see how well the climb goes. You are all going to make it up, because I do not feel like having child death on my hands today. Today, mind you, today. But I do want to know how y'all are when you get up there.
13.
18.
13, 18, and Sechasmenos?
13.
Okay. Yeah, you guys make it up just fine. Ezra, you are buoyed by how this started out being like a boring day where you had to go shopping with your little sister and your dad's like, ugh, you wanted to like stay home and play games or like hang out with your friends or whatever. But now, this is pretty cool. So you get up there and you're like jazzed.
Take child off my back, put on floor. I'm gonna take a seat.
Thank you, Mr. Mentos.
I'm good. You got water by any chance?
Is there water nearby?
Investigation rolls.
Yay! This dice is working better. That's a 17.
You remember there's a water fountain, like, just over there. You remember this particular arcade machine because it has pretty pink ponies.
Oh my god!
And it was so much fun, and you got to play on it twice because Gus was, like, talking to somebody, and so you got to play it twice. And then, yeah, you were kind of tired after, and you knew there was a water fountain nearby.
Yes. Okay, awesome. Okay, yes, absolutely. Mr. Mentos, there's, I know where there's water. There's ponies. There's pink ponies, and they're really pretty. And there's water, by the ponies. And I was there. Can you, follow? We'll go to the water by the ponies.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. And I take him to the water.
When you get to the water fountain, the poster you are looking for is posted above the water fountain.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay, roll me, I guess that's perception.
13.
Your mind glosses over with the brief solipsism of the memories flashing through your mind of that stupid kid on the stupid escalator. Stupid fucking kid. And then the child on the escalator sort of morphs into Este and Ezra, and the solipsism, the cycle breaks, and your eyes clear, and you see in the Magic Eye poster a sleigh being pulled by 12 reindeer flying off into the kaleidoscope of space. And it's all come back. You know how to get out. You can leave. The magic of Christmas, the spirit of Christmas is with you. These children have broken the spell.
I think that he has not had the water yet.
No, I don't think so, no.
Saw the poster, stopped dead in his tracks. How long does that take?
I want to roll. I want to roll for this. Let's just do a luck check. Let's do a luck check. Yeah.
That's what I was hoping you'd say.
A 4.
Este, you have now been standing next to Mr. Mentos for longer than you can count on your fingers, several times over, and he hasn't had any water, and he's just staring at the poster. But he's not like making any noises or anything. And you're trying your hardest to be patient. But it's been a while now, and you're maybe getting a little worried about Mr. Mentos.
I'm getting a little worried about Mr. Mentos. Can I investigate what he's looking at? Like, I'm clocking that he's staring at the specific thing, and I want to see what he's staring at.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can investigate.
That is a 7.
You're too short. You can't see it. You can see that he's staring at a poster, but and there's so many lights, and they're all over the place, and you're at a bad angle, and you're just like, I don't know, looks like a weird poster.
I can't see it, and I start tugging at his coat, and I'm just gently tugging it, and then I'm tugging it more and more when he doesn't notice, and Mr. Mentos.
Yes!
Mr. Mentos.
Yes! Do you see it? Do you see it? Come, tell me you see it.
See what? I don't...
Get up here.
And I'm going to pick her up and put her on my shoulder.
Look at the poster and tell me you see it.
Perception check.
Can I roll with advantage?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Wait, don't fuck me, dice.
Este, language.
Yeah, sheesh. Don't fuck me, dice. That's an 18, motherfucker.
You get up on his shoulders and you immediately you immediately clock the sleigh with the 12 space cows. they're space cows with antlers, flying away, and you know that one of those is called Rudolph the red-nosed space cow.
I know this. That's Rudy. Rude, he's rude. No, Ezra's rude. Rudolph. It's Rudolph. The space cow.
Yeah, you see it. All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I see it.
I've been here for a month trying to see this goddamn poster. I finally did it.
Mr. Mentos, you've been here a long, long time.
Okay, don't get cocky. And I'm going to take her off my shoulder and put her on the ground.
What's cocky?
Just, thank you, kid. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We can go now.
Wait, you didn't have your water yet.
I don't need it.
As you are celebrating, from a ways away, Este, you hear this visceral call of, Este!
Now that's more like it. How's that for some Christmas cheer? Rediscovering freedom, gaining a new quest to free a trapped ally, slicing through Christmas lights with your bare claws. What's that? You want to know how the hostage situation is going? Well, alright, if you insist.
The person with the shotgun, are they in the office or outside the office?
They are outside the office. They are in the main lobby atrium area, as if they've come up the elevators, and are facing Tamaru's office.
Can we see Tamaru in the office? Is that glass into the office, or is it?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, she also she's got one of those fancy corporate office style things. So yes, you can see Tamaru inside the office. She is behind her desk, crouching as much as an Elcor can crouch.
Okay. Are we noticed?
I think yes. I will say that yes, you guys are, because you make quite the trio coming out of the sauna. And I think as the door opens, people look over and are kind of like, and it's an assortment of all sorts of employees, people who were obviously like having spa treatments before everything went into lockdown, and the people who were here working in the spa, obviously. And they look at you and they're like, shh, and they're like motioning for you to like come and hide.
But the person at the door doesn't.
No.
I wanted to start sliding over towards the other employees with the tables, unless Elfest or Maven wish to do anything differently.
No, I'm on your back, so I'm with you, man. Wherever you shuffle, I'm going.
I will also follow along for now.
We for now, yeah. We go over there, and it's like, psst, hey, what the hell is going on?
A shortish rally, big brown wings and long sort of reddish brown feathers around their face with a short pointy beak, kind of scuttles forward a little bit and says, we don't really know, but she came up from the elevator and just started waving the gun around and then did something with her Omni tool and everything shut down and the alarm started going and we don't know, but we're staying out of the way. I think we've tried to call CSEC, but everything going out of the building is being jammed.
I mean, Elfest. Anything? Wait, do we know that Elfest did Elfest say about being ex-military? Do we know that, or?
I don't think so.
Okay. In that case, I can't comment on it.
If only there were someone who was ex-military.
Indeed.
What? You want Elfest to take charge?
Seeing this, the Ralloy notices, and I feel like Elfest's reputation has preceded him.
Yeah.
And the Ralloy kind of looks at him and goes, I think the lady out there is a member of the Krampus Scrooge squad.
Oh, I'll go talk to her. They're cool. Elfest will handle this.
Do I recognize her? Do I recognize this lady by chance?
It's not your ex.
Okay. Good.
Are you guys getting close enough to the glass that you can see? Like, this is still like the size of a football field, 2 football fields. And so like you're close, like you can see what's going on, but you would have to get closer to the glass to see.
If Elfest is going just rocket up to this Krampus squad member, then I'm gonna go with them.
Okay.
I feel responsible somehow.
I do not feel responsible, but I'm gonna trail behind, like maybe 10 feet or so.
Wait, hang on. Are you still hanging on to Valen? Are you still piggybacking?
Have you put me down?
Well, if you want to get down, you can get down. But if you want to stay where you are, Valen's not going to make you get down.
I'm comfortable. I'm
okay.
No, you know what? As long as I'm enjoying this.
It gives you I figure you at least get partial cover that way.
I feel like I'm like, I don't know if does your outfit have like a hood?
No, it's got like a white fur collar around the hard suit.
Yeah.
And then I've got a Santa hat on.
I've got like my hands in the collar because it's warm. I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Elfest has no fear, so Elfest is, Elfest survived the invasion of Earth during the Reaper War, so Elfest feels no fear anymore because it didn't kill him, so he's the strongest. Elfest is strongest.
Oh.
And he just
no.
strides right up to the glass and starts banging on it. Not softly, just as hard as he can. If it breaks, it breaks. Not, whatever.
Okay, so you start banging on it, which brings the woman's attention to you. And so as she turns, you see this is a human woman, very pale skin, short blonde hair in a very Karen cut. She raises the shotgun. As she raises the shotgun, another holographic projection appears behind her of a Hanar that is just too noodly to be allowed. A little bit of an Eldritch Hanar thing going on here. It's not quite right. Elfest, as you open the door, the Hanar says,
This one apparently has many arms. Many arms. Armed and dangerous. Only to you. Only you can make the world. No. Look at this one's arms. They can do this and this.
And the arms are like going all over the place, which has the effect of turning the woman back. And she brandishes the shotgun and yells, "I will give her Christmas, you motherfuckers!" And like her voice is breaking as she yells.
Hey, you don't sound very jolly. You're supposed to be jolly!
Valen and Maven, are you guys doing anything? I'll give you guys a round to respond before she does. If you want to do something like, this is all happening at the same time.
I hold up my present and say, "Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!"
Upon hearing that, I will pull out the Santana puppet again, and also while banging on the glass, "Santana's here to give you your present!"
So she's turned around, being distracted by the Hanner. She turns back, sees you guys, is initially like stunned by Elfest, and then hears the ho 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 Merry Christmas, and she bursts into tears and crumples into a heap on the floor. Shotgun discarded on the side, just sobbing, absolutely weeping into her hands.
Oh, snap.
Oh. Valen goes, There. What seems to be the problem? What did you want for Christmas this year?
Oh, Christ. Are you going to ask her to sit on your lap?
I mean, if she wants to, sure.
I'm going to immediately get down. That's the final straw for Maven. Maven's getting down.
So are you approaching her?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's again just sobbing into her hands. She kind of looks up and she actually has like this little sort of half laugh as Maven is like, "I'm out," the snarky teenage thing. And she wipes her eyes, and as you get closer, you can see Valen. You've been around enough. This is a human woman of about your age range. So parent range sort of thing. And she is, just having a hard time keeping it together. She is very clearly overwhelmed. And she says, "What I want for Christmas, I want her back, and I can't have her. I can't have her back. I'm sorry. I thought I could handle this, but I can't." And she is like fragmented sentences, still trying to pull herself together.
Can I hug her?
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna do a quick roll to see how she reacts. You get down on your knees and you wrap your arms around her, and she stops collapsing on the floor and instead like collapses on you, and head in your white furry collar, just sobbing. It's starting to slow and just becoming just weeping. "I could only give her 2 Christmases. Got so close to 3. This is probably fairly muffled in your collar.
For some people, Christmas is one of the most joyful times of year. For others, it's the hardest time of year. But the Christmases that we have with our loved ones, and the memories that we have with our loved ones, whether it's Christmas or not, nobody can make those go away. We still carry those with us, and that beauty can sustain us in times that are hardest.
It's just not fair. We made it through the whole war. We were a week away. It's not fair. I just wanted to have Christmas with my little girl." And she bursts into tears again.
Valen pulls out a handkerchief and gives it to them.
It's pretty quickly soaked.
There are many things which aren't fair, but what you're doing won't change it and won't bring them back. It won't bring back my wife either. I know some of what you're feeling, but it's not the same. When they're younger, it's harder. And, you just gotta carry on for the other people who care about you and protect them and look after them just as they want to do the same for you.
I know. I'm sorry. I wasn't here. Tamaru came down to check in on us, and there was some stupid kid set off something, and suddenly I was back in London, and I locked the rest of them in the hut, and I came up and I was trying to keep them safe, but I'm sorry. I should go home. I'm so sorry.
Over Valen's shoulder appears a little puppet of a reindeer.
Hi, this is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Space Cow. Elfest lost a lot of friends on Earth during the Reaper War too, and it broke him in ways that, let's sing. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Space Cow had a very shiny nose. It's like a target when you shoot Reaper husks, you pew pew, and except if you shoot the Pyjack or the Space Cow, you get free meat. You want some Pyjack jerky?
And I pull some out of my suit.
She is now alternating between laughing and crying, or laugh crying, and she accepts the Pyjack jerky in one of those, you can tell that she's not really aware that she's doing it. It's just there's something there, so she grabs it, and she wipes her face again with the well-soaked handkerchief, and says, Rudolph was Claire's favorite. Thank you. I'm so sorry.
As the jerky's being passed, can I take the shotgun from them to free up a hand so that they can take hold of it?
Oh, yeah. It kind of she sort of half dropped it. It was on her knee sort of thing. So yeah, I think she had one hand on it, and as she reaches for it, you can slide it away for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it away and pass it back to Maven if they're still lurking.
Not the emo kid. Give Elfest the gun.
Maven will take it, but listen, Maven's gonna take it, but doesn't really know how to hold a gun, so is kind of holding it wrong, by the tips of her fingers.
I will say, Valen, as you move it, you immediately figure out that it is a prop shotgun.
No!
It's a paintball gun, essentially.
Okay.
You know immediately, because you've handled these before, it's not a real gun, or it wouldn't have done anyone any, real harm.
Oh, that's
Maven's still holding it like it's gonna bite her. She doesn't know what to do.
Let's see if we can get you a ride home. We'll have to end this lockdown thing first, but yeah, let's get you home where you can rest, relax.
Yeah, of course. She kind of comes off you and pulls up her Omni tool and taps away, and the lockdown ends. The klaxons and the lights stop. Give me a perception roll.
An 8.
Ha! Elfest, you're still nearby. Give me a perception roll.
17.
I did not expect this episode to go so seriously. Wow.
Okay, Valen, you don't notice anything particularly special, but Elfest, as you're looking over, you realize that this woman must have been a top-level infiltrator. So if she had an actual gun, this could have gone very badly. You just have this moment of, oh. And then, after she does that, she disables her Omni tool, and wobbly gets to her feet, and wipes her eyes one more time, and shakes herself off, and she's still sort of reflexively apologizing. Everything is kind of coming back to life. The Christmas music, which never really stopped, but becomes more part of the foreground again.
Valen would like to knock on Tamaru's office door.
Yep, which is now green. The panel is green. And she lifts a hand and sort of waves over her desk.
Can I open the door?
Yeah, you can open the door, yeah.
I open the door and I don't even step in. I just sort of lean in and on the first available surface nearby, place down a present and say,
Hi. I was told to bring a present for my first day for my direct report. It says here Teer. So that's for them. Thanks. Bye.
Gratefully, thank you for dealing with the situation. You will receive a Christmas bonus.
Yes!
Maven, see? It's not all bad, is it? Is it? You can tell Jolliest the snowman.
And I pull out the puppet.
See? Ain't the holidays nice? Would you like a hug? A warm hug from a snowman?
Oh, fuck off.
Rude.
Bite me, Elfest.
Ooh, yeah.
But I'm gonna take a couple steps away, and like give the woman a cursory glance. Is there like a room Maven can duck into?
I mean, there's lots. Yeah, there's the spare offices. There's like the spa is next to like an employee cafeteria, so there's like food. There's yeah, you could pick a room for sure.
Sure. Once the lockdown ends, you can make outside calls again, right?
Yeah.
Dial 9.
I wanted to call my mom.
Okay, sure. Yeah, the call connects. What's your mom's name?
Remir.
Okay. Maven, this is unexpected. Is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Or whatever. Anyway, Merry Christmas and I love you, I guess.
I love you too. Will you be home tonight or are you staying with your friend again?
I think I'm gonna come home, but like just don't make it like a thing, you know? Like
Of course. Your dad and I will be here when you get back. We love you very much.
I love you too. And then I'm gonna hang up.
Okay.
Elfest is gonna head to one of the elevators and go down to floor 32 and take a nap.
As Elfest walks away, Valen goes,
Hey, Elfest? Yippee-ki-yay, little Vorcha.
Yeah, haha. Too bad my gun is in my locker. Well, a locker. I forgot where.
Valen's right. The holidays can be difficult for any number of reasons. We often do our best to clamp down on our baggage and trauma and pretend it doesn't exist, but it never works very well. So consider this your reminder to be kind to yourself and to others. You never know how a Scrooge or a Grinch got that way. And while I can't personally recommend Elfest's puppet-in-face method of diffusing tense situations, I can say that reaching out goes a long way in these often fraught times. And in the end, that's the true meaning of Christmas, if you're asking this omniscient narrator anyway. Sharing love, gentleness, and compassion, and accepting it from your loved ones in return. And speaking of love and loved ones, I think we left a certain mixed species family on the brink of reuniting. Shall we?
You hear that yell clear through all of the noise, and it's Charlie who comes sprinting across the arcade floor. And you look over, and you don't see him yet because there's too many people. But before you know it, your very tall, maybe a little scary dad is like on his knees, arms around you, like clutching you almost so hard it hurts. And just burying his head in the corner of your enviro suit. Pigtails be damned. Oh my god. We couldn't find you anywhere. I'm so glad you're safe.
Hi, Daddy!
And just like hugging you so tight.
Ow, Daddy, that kind of hurts.
Oh, sorry, sweetheart.
I can't. Thank you. Daddy, this is my friend Mr. Mentos. He saw something.
Oh god.
It's Sechasmenos Mavros. Hi.
Charlie doesn't bother letting go of Este. He stands up with Este on his hip, like one arm holding on this, and he shakes your hand. Did you find my little girl? Where's her brother? And at this point, Gus has caught up. So Gus, with his Gus dash, rocks up. He's puffing a little bit, but he's coming. He's only a few steps behind, and he's seeing that Charlie has Este is looking around for Ezra.
Would we have heard when Charlie yelled Este?
I think probably yes. I would like I'd like a perception check from both of you to see how well you clocked this.
Okay. Nat 20.
Okay, yeah, you caught it. You caught it very well. I mean, you know your dad's voices, right? And like you usually hear that sort of tone of voice, that loud, that dynamic, with your name, and it's usually a Ezra instead of a Este. But you've heard that a few times, and yeah, I think you clock it right away, and you can lead June right over.
Good, because I got a crit fail. So.
Oh no! I think your ports are clogged with glitter.
Duality of man.
I was also distracted. I was trying to find something cool to show Ezra to like get him to like me more.
Aww.
I realized that he likes the cool stuff, so I was like busy trying to find something.
Okay, so Ezra, what do you do when you hear Charlie yell?
So upon hearing this, I'm just gonna grab June's hand and start sprinting in that direction.
Gus and Charlie are clearly sort of in the post-adrenaline, holy fuck, where are our children shock, are now like giggling as they see this, and just clearly happy that Este and Ezra are okay, and probably weren't gone for more than maybe half an hour tops. Like it wasn't all that long. Gus turns to you, June, and says, "Thank you so much for helping find us. Thank you." Like he's a little verklempt, a little bit overwhelmed, and he's like shaking your hand in that sort of cartoonish won't stop shaking your hand.
At this point, I've seen that they seem to genuinely care for these kids. They don't seem like angry that their charges have left them. They seem genuinely have been worried.
Yeah,
I am very grateful that these young Korean children seem to have found good parents to guide them.
And she'll stop shaking his hand just for a moment.
Like,
yep. And then even though she's only known these kids for half an hour, she's been alone for months, hardly talking to anybody on her pilgrimage because she's shy as fuck. And seeing them has awakened a feeling of familiarity or kinship again. Like, oh, these are my people, but they're different, like me. I'm not quite Korean either. I'm a little bit odd. And so she feels a little bit emotional about saying goodbye to them, even though Ezra's a little shit. I think she's found some common ground with him. So she digs into her pack, and she takes out the long grappling hook that's been all, MacGyvered. And she gives it to Ezra.
Ezra, child, use this well.
And then she'll give him the rest of her cool shit, like her fashioned Swiss Army knives that she's altered to look like cool alien creatures and stuff for funsies, like the space dinosaurs. She'll give him she's got a couple of space dinosaurs she's fashioned because she thinks that's festive, and so she'll give him a couple of her space dinosaurs as well because she figures he'd like that. And then she'll turn to Este, and she'll take out this long rope she's obviously been working on. It's long and glittery, and it's covered with little jingly beads, it makes little jangle sounds. It's got a snowflake on. It's got a spider on it from the Halloween section. It's got a little 4-leaf clover from the St. Patrick's Day section, and just a few other random things. And she kneels down by Este and says, "For you, little one." And she places this necklace around her, ties it off, and then gives her the rest of her glitter.
Mavros is gonna look around and be like, "Oh, I don't have anything." He's gonna take off his Santa hat and put it on Ezra, and then he's gonna walk over to the poster on the wall and rip it off the wall and give it to Este.
Este is like completely overwhelmed with joy at all the presents. And she looks at June and is like, It's so pretty, thank you. And then she looks at Mr. Mentos and says, I love it. Thank you so much, Mr. Mentos. And then she looks at her dad's and she says, Charlie Dad and Gus Dad, can we have June and Mr. Mentos come over for Christmas dinner, please?
Oh.
Gus and Charlie look at each other and they have that wordless moment of married communication. Gus says, well, I'm a fair hand at cooking for Quarians, but I can't say I've ever cooked for a Drell, but you found our kids. You are welcome in our home anytime. Please come for Christmas dinner. We'd be happy to have you.
June is overwhelmed with emotion.
I've only had the food court in the last 30 cycles. I need really explicit directions, but yes, you can expect me.
So Ezra's been saving up his allowance for a while to get something. After receiving this kick-ass grappling hook, Ezra's just gonna kind of like nod and then just say, I'll be back.
Hanar, when I punch you, you go squish. Ew.
As you come freeze on, you see over Qress'a's head a sparkly pink little Quarian girl. You hear first, bellowed across the floor, Este! Followed by this pink sparkly little Quarian girl being hoisted up by her very tall human guardian, and then clutched in this big, huge hug. Zon, if there's one thing you understand, it's meaningful moments. You have so many of them watching Xenomondan in the serene blossom of the mind's dawning. So many of those meaningful moments of truth and connection when you are both experiencing the Enkindler's glory. You will sit in the lunchroom and listen to Layli expound upon the Enkindlers for hours on end. It is so fulfilling to you, and you see in this moment that same moment happening with Este and her family, and you realize this is not a moment to interrupt.
I realize they must know about the Enkindlers right now.
Clearly, they are experiencing the joy of the Enkindlers. As you speak, one cannot interrupt the glory of the Enkindlers. It would be enkindled excretia, perhaps. But then you do notice that Ezra is not unhappily walking away towards the stand of Beth the Geth boxes, and he is determinedly holding a credit chit in his hand.
Alright, so Zon will float over there, Beth the Geth in one hand and the box in the other, and several tentacles free, and float up and go, Hello, tiny Quarian. This one has brought your Beth the Geth doll back. Also, Payback is a female dog. And then punch him in the face with my other tentacle.
That is not
My
how
word.
I thought that was going to go.
Ow! I mean, that didn't hurt. Anyway, you said it wrong. It's Payback's a bitch. Whatever, can you just put it back in the box, please?
The doll does not like the box. But one moment, and I'm going to turn and look and hold Beth up and say, Hello, Beth the Geth. This one knows you do not like the box prison, but in order to complete your objective, you must temporarily reside in there. Is that satisfactory?
What about the apparition? They need to be freed.
As you say this, a little dory fish, as in blue dory, pops up beside and says,
Hey, Beth, get in the box. You can leave the store, I promise. You want to leave? Do ya? Do ya? Do ya?
And then waves at you.
Dory says it's okay.
You heard the fish.
I'm imagining Ezra standing here going, what is my life?
Watch it, kid. This one will sock you again.
Can we also take the apparition with us? Then we will get in the box. We do not want to be alone.
This one does not know how to put apparitions in boxes. This one did not think they were confined by such physical limitations.
Does your enkindler know?
The enkindlers exist all around us. The enkindlers.
Is your enkindler named Jesus?
No. The humans call our enkindlers Protheans.
Affirmative.
The enkindlers gave the hen our speech.
Este Commander gave us speech. Is Este Commander our enkindler?
Well, considering...
I'm going to interrupt this terribly existential conversation with another apparition of the terrifying alien with the cone head going on. Serpent alien. Teer says,
Do not worry about me, friend. Come back for me later. Go to your commander. It is in the spirit of Christmas.
We have reached consensus. We will hold you to that.
This one has an idea. This one will not seal the box. That way, Beth the Geth can escape again, if Beth the Geth decides they need to escape.
Make sure it is the upper right corner. We have noticed a weak point in the packaging.
A window, perhaps.
This one struggles to differentiate right from left, as this one's tentacles do not naturally make an L shape on the left side.
Oh, I can help with that. I have plenty of fingers.
Perfect.
Please be gentle. Your claws are formidable.
Between the tentacles and talons and hands, get Beth back into the box and hand the box over to a very confused small Quarian child who sort of tries to hand you the credit shit, but is aware enough that neither of you are Tamaru's employees. And so he just kind of takes the Geth and leaves.
You know, June, it's not stealing until you leave the building.
Oh, I'd never looked at that from that perspective. Good point.
So Ezra comes back and then has this box behind, kind of tucked behind his back.
Dads, you said I could use my allowance on whatever, right?
They nod. Yeah, of course.
Then Ezra's going to just kind of give a nod and turn to Este and reveal a Beth the Geth doll.
Merry Christmas or whatever. And just hand it over.
As you do this, we get one last apparition of the Grinch. The Grinch appears beside Este and kneels down and does the Vanna White with the Beth the Geth doll.
It came without bells. It came without tinsels. It came without sentience, batteries, or whistles. And now it came to you. Not in 4 easy payments, but 1. Merry Christmas to all. And to all a good fun.
And then disappears.
I'm just gonna go over, and as Este is looking at this Beth the Geth, I'm just gonna kind of come up to the side, behind her, and just pull her in for a hug.
And Este is going to protect Beth the Geth from being smushed within the hug, but she's gonna give just the biggest squeeze back, and then just look up at Ezra and say, "Merry Christmas, Ezra."
Last Christmas, I ripped out your heart. The very next day, I threw it away. This year, to save me some tears, I just ate it.
You guys are headed out. The elevators are working again, so you are in the elevator down with your Beth the Geth doll. And nobody is paying attention to you. Gus and Charlie are busily talking about how do you make Christmas dinner for a Drell, and Ezra is probably, like, pretending he doesn't care about anything. And so, yeah, you have a moment to yourself with Beth.
Best day, Commander. You are the best day.
Beth, you're the best day. I love you.
We understand the concept and would like to reciprocate. We love you, Este.
Este's just tearing up inside her mask, and she just holds Beth really close and just says, "Oh, the box is getting in my way," and just like rips Beth out of the box and gives Beth the Geth just the biggest hug ever.
Beth looks back and sees Zahn and Qress'a and waves goodbye.
The elevator doors are getting ready to close. You're looking across the store floor.
This one will never forget you, Beth the Geth.
She would wave with all 4 hands. And then once the doors closed, she would turn to the Hanar and say,
That was so incredibly touching. Now, you wouldn't happen to know where I could find some fruitcake, would you?
There we have it, folks. That's a wrap on all of our stories for tonight. Valen, Elfest, and Maven survived their shifts. Zahn and Qress'a are off to find fruitcake. Sechasmenos has been freed from his amnesiac wanderings and has been invited to Christmas dinner along with June. Este and Ezra are safely back with Gus and Charlie. And Beth, of course, is back with Este Commander. Oh, yes, of course. Teer. Teer is still stuck in the mainframe, you're right about that. But we've quite simply run out of time for today, so you'll have to keep an ear out for future adventures. Don't worry, I won't leave her there forever. This is Christmas, after all, the season of perpetual hope. But for now, on Valen, on Elfest, on Maven, on Teer, on Este and Ezra, on Mavros and June, on Zahn, Beth, and Qress'a, on home to your beds. May visions of sugar plums dance in your heads. We've spoken our words and gone straight through our work. We've filled up your headphones with plenty of quirks. Now, laying a finger aside of my nose and giving a nod, this episode I'll enclose. Then spring to my sleigh, to my team give a whistle, and away we'll all fly like the down of a thistle. But you'll hear us exclaim, with full heart, mind, and soul, Merry Christmas to all. But for now, we should roll.
You have been listening to I Should Roll, a Citadel Carol, Episode 2, Where the Eezo Gleams, featuring the voices of Amanda Cotter as Este'Nowell nar Bachjret, Tiff Compton as Qress'a, Hans Cummings as Elfest, Maria Damianou as Beth the Geth, Grové as June nar Loron, Chase Hutchison as Zahn, J.D. Kelly as Valentine, Hunter LaPaglia as Ezra'Nowell nar Bachjret, Lea Lawson as Teer Iüs, Leah Ryan as Maven Tondri, Dan Spitaliere as Sechasmenos Mavros, and Kaya Renwick as everyone and everything else. Music and sound effects are used under Creative Commons or royalty-free licenses. For the extended credits, please see the show notes. And for more information, please visit ishouldroll.com. Find us everywhere on social media at ishouldroll, and don't forget to leave us a review. I Should Roll is an intergalactic improv initiative production. This fan podcast is a transformative work and is not affiliated with Electronic Arts or BioWare. Thank you for listening, and Happy New Year!